Hello, this is a guidance video for the benefit of representatives of Derby Arts and Theatre Association, or DARTA, member societies. And the topic for this guidance video is attaching images to the events that you are publicising through the DARTA diary. If you are a representative of a DARTA member society, you may have noticed that in the last month or two we've been having a real push on images associated with events, and we've been ensuring that there's an image attached to every upcoming event in the DARTA diary. We as the DARTA administrators, liaising with the representatives of member societies to identify suitable images, have been doing the legwork, if you like, to attach those images to events for the most part. But some of the representatives of DARTA member societies who have registered a user account with the DARTA website and hence are able to update the information about the events that their member society is presenting have been attaching images to events themselves. It's all been good learning, and we've picked up quite a bit of insight into the process, as a result of which we are publishing this guidance video, and there's also some new functionality on the DARTA website which I'm going to show you in the video. Now, what we're looking at now is a test version of the DARTA website, and in this test version I've created a fictional DARTA member society called Derby Theatre Types, and I've registered a user account as a representative of Derby Theatre Types. And I've used that user account to create an event, a future event for Derby Theatre Types called A Totally Awesome Production. I'm looking here at the events listing page within the administration area, which you can only get to on the DARTA website if you've registered a user account as a representative of a member society. So it's showing me the event that I've created for Derby Theatre Types, A Totally Awesome Production, which is a fictional event. But it also, this page shows me the events that are in the DARTA diary that coincide with my events in date terms. And there's a couple of real events in the DARTA diary presented by real DARTA member societies, Derby Bark Choir and Derby Concert Orchestra, shown in that context. You'll notice that I have a link here which will take me to the edit for my event, but no such link for these other events because, of course, not being a representative of those member societies, I can't edit those events. So to associate an image with this event, first of all, I'll click this link to go to the update event area. And to start off with, we go to the program listing tab. This is where the basic details, the bare minimum details for an event are entered, targeting program listings. And I've already populated all of this information in adding the event to the DARTA diary. But to associate an image with an event, I need to go to this online promotion tab here. Now, when I come here, I'm shown a preview of what this event will look like on the DARTA homepage when it gets close enough, in this card format. If you view the DARTA homepage, you'll see these cards for the real events upcoming in the DARTA diary. Excuse me. Now, at the moment, this information here is just the it's derived from the program listing information that I put in. But I have the option in this tab to, as it says here, provide a fuller description for the event with optionally an image attached. So this option here, provide a fuller description for your event, I'm going to select yes with image. I'll just briefly, while I'm here, highlight that it said fuller description here. Now I've selected one of these yes options, I can click in this description here and directly enter a much fuller description of the event if I require. And I can use some formatting tools here, or indeed add in links, for example, to box office websites where appropriate. But today I'm focusing on images, and you'll notice that this image of the Data theatre seats has appeared with an invitation to click on it to provide my own image. That's my own image for the event, not a picture of me, of course. So I'll click on that. This dialog appears. Now, this dialog is the dialog that we use to attach images to events, and indeed, I'll show this in a moment, to replace an image that's already attached to an event. Two tabs on this dialog. The upload one we'll come to in a moment. The general one has this source field in it. And one thing I can do here is copy an image from another website. You know, typically representatives of Data member societies who are entering events into the diary, their member society may have its own website, and at the point that they're entering the event into the Data diary, there may be an image that's appropriate to attach to the event already on that member society's website. So what you can do here is copy that image over to the Data diary. I did a search earlier for images in Google with the keyword theatre, making sure that they were labelled for reuse in this demonstration video. Doesn't really matter for the purposes of what I'm showing you here. I'll pick this one top left, and if I copy the image location, that's the key. To copy an image over from another website, you need to be able to get its web address, its internet address. And if I go back to the Data website and just paste that image address into here and click OK, you can see that it's copied the image over. Now, I'm about to go on to show you the other way of getting images into the Data diary, and that's by uploading them from your computer. And as part of that, I'll show you a lot of show you the new image manipulation functionality, just to say I could equally well use that image manipulation functionality on an image that's been copied from another website. So, you know, I could be using it on this image here if I wanted to, but I won't at the minute. Now, so that's one way of getting images over. The other way is to upload them from your computer. Once you've created or attached an image to the event, what you need to do is, if you want to edit the image or replace the image, you need to click on it, and these tool options will appear here. The left-hand one, called Edit Image, I'll come on to, but this right-hand one, Image Options, if I click on that, that same dialog we saw earlier appears. Now, obviously, I've already got now an image attached to the event, so what I can do now with this dialog is replace that image. And I'm going to replace it with one that I'm going to upload to show you how that works from my computer. To do that, I click on this Upload tab here, and I'm going to click on Browse for an image. File browser appears for me to select an image, and as it happens, I've already gone in directly with the image that I want selected. It's this flyer.jpg. So I'll click on Open here and OK, and that image has been uploaded and attached to the event. So this is part of the learning from the push we've had on images the last month or two, working with the representatives of member societies, is when they are looking to source an image to attach to an event in the Data diary, the first port of call very often is an electronic or soft copy of the A5 flyer that's been created to publicize their event. Now, in its raw form, that's not actually necessarily a particularly good image to be using for the event. The reason being that you will, on that A5 flyer, have all the details of the event as text, but as text as part of the image, as we can see here. And I mean, that's a duplication, I guess, if we've got the textual information here too, which, as I say, we can edit to make much fuller and provide links and all sorts of things. But also, importantly, if the event is viewed then on the website on a mobile device, this image will scale to fit the smaller display size of the mobile device. And when it does, the readability of this text that's part of the flyer image can be compromised. I've earlier I set up this little view here of this event with that flyer image attached in its raw form, and this is a simulation of how that would look on an iPhone 6, 7 or 8, and you can see that in scaling to fit the device size, the readability of this text at the bottom in particular is already starts to be compromised. Now, when you attach an image to an event in the Data Diary, we use that image on the website and also in the monthly email bulletins and also in tweets through the Data Twitter account that are sent out automatically to publicize your event, and most recently in automated posts about your events to the Data Facebook page. And in all of those formats, you'll get this shrinkage of the image and compromising of text that's part of an image if it's accessed through a mobile device. And certainly for platforms like Facebook and Twitter, access through mobiles is increasingly the default route that people are using to access those platforms. So I'll go back to the Data website. We've added some functionality to hopefully help with this, and the key is this left hand of those two tool options that I showed you earlier called Edit Image. If I click on Edit Image, the image opens in a new window that has a host of tools and this toolbar at the top. All these tools are tools that enable you to manipulate the image. Some of them I'm not sure there'll be a lot of demand for, but I think the one that I'm about to show you will be very much in demand. So to apply these tools, you need to click in the image and then select the tool. And the tool I'm going to demonstrate to you is this crop tool here, top left. So having clicked in the image, when I click on this tool, you'll see that these corners appear, much like the corners on an old photograph frame. And I can drag those to reposition them. It should be sort of evident what I'm doing here. I'm setting up a crop of this image that excludes that text content that's on the flyer and just contains some of the core image. So I've dragged those corners and I'm satisfied with the result now. If I click on Apply and then Save, you can see that the edited image is now associated with the event. The other thing this achieves, that what I've just done has achieved by a slight byproduct, if you like, is it's made the image slightly wider than it is tall. And actually, images that are slightly wider than they are tall work best on all the publicity channels that Data Diary uses: the website, the email bulletins, Twitter, and Facebook. You could use an image that's slightly taller than it is wide. It's not absolutely prohibited per se, but the images with more of a landscape orientation do work slightly better in those mediums. Now, having done all my attached the image I want and manipulate it, I'll now save the updated event, and I'll select this Continue to Edit, which means stay in this page. And if I go back to where I'd set up that simulation of the event viewed on a mobile device previously, just refresh it. Yeah, not surprisingly, you can see that the image edit that I've done has been reflected there. Now, so I hope that's been informative, interesting, and will be beneficial to you as representatives of data member societies. I just wanted to say before I close, you know, don't feel that if you're overawed slightly by the prospect of trying to do this, or you want to achieve something with an image that's beyond the tools in the website, please don't hesitate at any time to email us here at Data, and we'll be only too happy to help out. Excuse me. I'll just if I scroll down here, you'll see that at the bottom of every page on the Data website is the relevant email address, admin@derbyartsandtheatre.org.uk. Just drop us an email and we'll be only too glad to help. Thank you for watching.